This time of the weekend, you have your news by the numbers. There's no talking points. There's no talking heads. There's no smoking guns. Tonight, love, it's you, it's me. It's a long walk on the beach and nothing but the raw numbers. And tonight's number, America, is 35. Of the 35 individuals in this country executed in 2014, more than half, 51% to be precise, of them were African American. Yes, indeed it is true. Even though African Americans only make up 13% of the entire population of our fond great nation, we, because I am African American, if you didn't know, make up 51% of those executed in 2014. Yes, indeed it is true. The racial disparity is, what's the right word here? It's like you should be in awe of this thing, right? Reviewing the dramatic racial disparity among the 35 death penalties, executions. Then now here's the interesting part of where the executions took place. Texas, below the Mason-Dixon line. Missouri, not really. Oklahoma, maybe. Georgia, below the Mason-Dixon line. Ohio, on the border. Arizona, that's conservative country, back alley. Makes you want to smack your mama. So what's crazy about this is that African Americans, even though we make up such a small percentage, 34% of those executed were white, 14% were Latino, 51% were African American. So you have to ask yourself, how did we get here? How did you get to a time and space where 51% of those executed are African American? Right? Now, don't get me wrong. Nobody's condoning the crime. No, I'm not condoning the crime. If you murdered somebody, that's a very, very sad thing. My number one point on this is that we are the only developed country in the world that still has a death penalty. We need to get rid of it. Number two, how did we get here? You have income inequality off the charts. You have, pretty dilapidated communities. Falling apart, failed communities, no resources, no hope in the community, right? And so what people turn to crime to make ends meet. And when they turn to crime to make ends meet, you have a police department and a police and law enforcement that's not focused on correcting the problem, which is the job of the corrections. They're focused on getting the criminal, zero tolerance tactics. We'll do everything in our power to break it down. We're not going to try to get to the root cause of the problem. We're just going to try to cure the symptoms, America. And that's how you get here. Now, how do we fix it? Number one, more opportunity for our children, our young people. Number two, better relationships between law enforcement and community. Number three, investments in community. That's how you fix this problem. It's pretty simple.